The office observed that the sum of 8,104,400 naira was the total allowances paid to staff, and there was no evidence of approval from National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission to justify the above payment. And the response was that this was not staff allowances, but money expended in respect of dinner to appreciate members of the technical committee on the Nigeria Code of Corporate Governance, payment of recharge card to staff. And the office recommended that they should account to this committee the sum of 8,104,400 naira, being payment of unapproved allowances to staff, and they should recover and remit the same to the Treasury and forward evidence of remittance to this committee. Otherwise, sanctions relating to irregular payments and failure to manage public funds effectively stated in paragraph 3106 and 3115 of the Financial Regulation 2009 respectively so apply.
Mr. Oluwo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity. I just want to state here that upon the review, or upon my review of the document, we understand that there's been a misunderstanding here. It is not an issue of unapproved allowances to staff, but there are business expenditures, business expenses, covering running expenses, meetings, travel and entertainment made to staff and non-staff members. For example, we have committee members who have joined us on the technical committee for the Nigerian Code on Corporate Governance, being paid travel reimbursement and all of that. And in some instances, you also see payment for meals in meetings, running expenses and all of that. So all this put together is what the Office of the Auditor General has summed up to be 8.1 million naira. And in going by our laws and also business model, these are no allowances that would require the Salaries and Wages Commission at all. They are mainly running expenses for the smooth running of the council. Thank you, sir.
So from which of your budgetary head was this paid, please?
Yeah, I can also confirm, Mr. Chairman, that every expenses that was paid from the right budgetary head. For example,
from which of your budgetary head was this paid?
They are a summation of different expenses. That's what I'm trying to explain. It's
all right.
It's not one expenditure. From travel and entertainment to meals to technical expenses and all of that.
And they were paid as cash advances?
They were not paid as cash advances. They were paid either as paying for meals in a restaurant or transferring to anyone who.
No. I mean, so who was paying? Particular officers or a particular office?
The council was paying through the finance department.
The finance department was paying all the vendors directly, or paying members of staff of the Financial Reporting Council? Do you have the relevant vouchers? Do you have the relevant vouchers of payment?
Sir, from the responses we provided, apart from the Technical Committee on Corporate Governance that a winding up dinner was done, the other ones are traveling claims by the former ES then. Then the former ES, Executive Secretary then.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the number...
Travel allowance for the ES.
Yeah, and the ES, yes. I mean, per diem paid and the flight ticket, yeah.
Yes.
You should be guided. The explanation you gave, the CEO gave the same explanation. What the chairman is asking, do you have the budget provision? And the CEO say yes. where is the voucher that shows that you took 1 million from travel and transport, you took 2 million from entertainment, you took 1 million from stationaries? Where is the vouchers? So we need the document to know that you have complied to the budget provision.
Okay, as of now, it is not part of the appendices here, but we'll provide them.
We need you to provide them because they are very relevant to determining whether these are payments that were irregularly made as alleged by the auditor.
Or Mr. Transportation may coordinator. So, is there something I'm missing?
Provided earlier, honorable member, is that this amount of 8.1 million is a summation of different expenses, from meals to travel to dinner.
Financial Reporting Council,
Yes.
please, because you are new, but you are on oath. You are on oath, and all that you are saying is what you were told.
Yes.
So you have to be well guided. We have a document here from the auditor where you had a breakdown of this expenditure. Payments for recharge card for the month of March. Recharge card for the month of March, 1,974,000 naira. You have a payment for the support of a birthday celebration. Birthday celebration, 150,000 naira. You have another recharge card in the name of the same officer who took the first one for 1,982,000. Another recharge card for 1,972,000. Honorable colleagues, I don't know whether we are following.
They are all businesses.
So they do not tally with the assertion you made. And like I said, you're on oath. You were not there when they spent this money, but please, you have to be well guided so that they don't put you into unnecessary trouble. Yes, Barrister. Honorable, put up the microphone, yes.
Okay, the ED, I just wanted to know, because you did say that these are expenses on all and sundry expenses. Do you have a benchmark where this money can categorize? Is there a benchmark? So did you see the benchmark if you do?
All expenses are gauged or benchmarked with the approved budget. So what we benchmark them or what we get them is the approved budget for each of the subhead or the vote of charged.
So payments for example, let me ask you, the payment in support of a birthday, where is it covered in your budget?
We have board members' expenses and allowances.
So if it is an allowance, shouldn't it be approved by the National Wages and Salaries Commission like the Auditor General has posited?
Now, what we're saying, the board members are paid certain allowances, so there's a vote head for that. Then we have board expenses.
The support for birthday comes under which one?
Maybe board expenses, sir.
Maybe.
Or board, we can charge it to board expenses, sir. Because the person that was given that birthday was a board member of the council at the time he turned 60. And I think the council is just trying to
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I mean, I'm following you well.
So, sir, sorry, Mr. Chairman, let me intervene here, sir. Given my
And then the monthly payment for Richard cards of 1.9 million naira.
So, based on just to apply caution, so based on my review of the document, all these expenses are business expenses. For example, the birthday expenses for a board member, they are business expenses, which by reasonableness of the then CEO, he approved it. And I think it was charged, I'm not very sure, it was charged to board expenses, which of course fits well with that. The monies for recharge cards, they are business expenses for those officers whom will need data either to work from home or even for some extension. Once it's found reasonable to apply those kind of expenses, it's usually applied in that same light.
Honorable colleague, any other question or comments? Yes, sir.
Very sorry to comment a little bit on what David is saying. In connection
Use the microphone, sir.
in connection
Just
with
turn
this-
it to your side.
In connection with this expenditure of 8.4 on various head and sub-head that he makes the expenditure in connection with the parties or whatever it is. As far as what he said, he is new to the organization. Please, I appeal to the committee to give him more time to go and reconcile his record. Then later, you report it back to the committee.
Yeah, no, we haven't asked specifically for your budget and the relevant vouchers for this payment so that the technical body can look at it to align them with the financial regulations and see whether they actually violate any of those paragraphs cited by the Auditor General. So you'll be requested to provide those within a week.
The office observed that the sum of 69 million was paid by the council in respect of rent of office building. And 2, the tax element of value-added tax, 3 million, and withholding tax, 6.9 million, amounting to 9.9 million, were deducted on the face of the paid vouchers without effecting evidence of remittances to the appropriate tax authority. And the management responsible was KC Ayawa and Co., Mr. and Mrs. Obateru, both with WAT and VAT were deducted. And the office recommended that they should remit the sum of 9.9 million to the appropriate tax authority to forward the evidence of such remittances to this committee. Otherwise, sanctions relating to non-deduction of value-added tax and withholding tax, and failure to collect the account for government revenue specified in paragraph 234, subsection 3 and 3112 of the Financial Regulation FR 2009, respectively, so apply.
Executive Secretary.
My review of the document of the activities that
And
happened.
just a moment, is it only me? I can't see your responses to other issues. I only see 1, 2. Is it only my own document? You don't have this?